Power Five football programs might be paying their players soon, but where's the money going to come from? I've got an idea, and I don't think coaches are going to like it. Stick with me. We're going to answer some questions here. We got to figure out number one, how much money is spent on Power Five football scholarships expenses each year? Number two, how much are the coaches getting paid each year? Look at that ratio, then do the same thing, and we're going to do it for the NFL. So let's start with number one, how much money is spent on Power Five players, scholarships, and additional expenses each year? So this is something, if you look at this from a scholarship side of things, 50,000 per athlete. There's 85 athletes on a team. That's about $4.25 million per team in the Power Five, right? So 4.25 million times 70 Power Five teams, $300 million. Okay. So 300 million is the number that right now Power Five scholarships and total expenses on players, $300 million. That's the number. All right. So let's talk about coaches. So right now, believe it or not, the average is $1 million per coach. There's 11 coaches on a staff, right? So we get times that by 11. That's 11 million per team, 11 million per team times 70. That's about $770 million. So that's how much coaches are getting. That's very interesting. So let's look at this comparison, the breakdown. We got players at 300 million. We got coaches at 770 million. That's $1.07 billion. Now, here's the interesting thing that we want to take a look at is what's this ratio, right? What is this breakdown? What's the ratio of coaches versus players in Power Five? So this is about 28% right here that go to players, and that's about 72% that go to the coaches. So let's look at that. Let's look and compare the 28% that go to players, 72% to coaches, and this is just the money spent on player scholarships and expenses and coaches' salaries and benefits. So this is a good metric here to compare. So what is this metric in the NFL? If you look at the NFL, the players themselves in 2023, the total amount players earned is about $7 billion. It's about $700 million that was spent on coaches in the NFL. So it's about $7.7 billion here. So let's look at the comparison. 91% of dollars in the NFL go to the players. 99% go to the coaches. So the question is, what happens if you take the same ratio and percentage breakdown that players get of the pool in the NFL and bring that to Power Five? Well, let's take a look. So we're going to come through here, and I got to do a quick adjustment. Let's erase this. Let's erase this. So we're going to keep this the same and say, all right, we got 91%, right, here and 9% here. That's going to be the breakdown. And if we do that, you're going to get approximately $900 million here and about $100 million here for the coaches. So this is the breakdown. $900 million that would be available for players if the pools were broken down the same as the NFL. So I think this is an interesting way to think about this. If you compare the player pool and coaches pool, put it together for Power Five, just what is the amount of money right there? And then take the same ratio that exists in the NFL and just bring that down to Power Five, you're going to see there's plenty of dollars out there. In fact, there's $900 million that could go to Power Five football players. It's about $165,000 per scholarship player. So that is additional $115,000 in compensation on average for every Power Five football player above and beyond the $50,000 scholarship on average they're getting each year. So this is a way to think about where's the money going to come from. This requires no financial changes to athletic departments. It just changes the livelihood of many coaches across Power Five. Not something that's talked about a lot because coaches control a lot of the conversation about NIL, but there is plenty of dollars and cents in the market. It's just going to the coaches, not to the players. If the players can earn like they do in the NFL, they get about 90% of the dollars in that pool. So why wouldn't that happen in college? I don't know. We'll see.